Hey guys, welcome back to Detective D, the Silk Rose Murders. In the last episode, not that much happened, because we solved two puzzles, which was very difficult actually, but we made it through, and now we are supposed to get on the flower boat, which is over here. I can show you once more if you want to. This boat over here, the flower boat. And to accomplish that, we had to convince Mao Yi that her sister is not dead, which we did with a puzzle. And now I think that we are just supposed to talk to this old man, and he will take us over to the flower boat with his own boat. So let's give it a try. Excuse me. Good news! I've spoken to the woman across the pier. It seems her lantern ritual was not necessary after all. Her sister is in fact still alive. She was led astray by a cryptic letter that I've now deciphered. You may speak to her to know more if that pleases you. She's even agreed to show you the letter.
Well, isn't that something? To think I've been sitting here all night afraid of some regular old lanterns. It looks like we've wasted enough time already. Let's get you on that flower boat.
Thank you, old man. Thank you.
Well, I sure hope your lady friend is worth all this trouble.
That's not... This isn't what you think.
No need to explain. I was a young man once. Now, off you go. I've got my own prey to return to. Ha 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 ha!
Alright, so here we are. We could keep talking to him if we wanted to.
Go on then, what are you waiting for? Your damsel isn't going to wait for you all night.
It's not about a damsel, it's about saving China, actually. Or at least the Empress. So let's go upstairs and have a look around. Ah, I need to find General Zhang. These are guests? Let's have a look at them. Isn't that the famous poet Lei Ruimian? Now I know why he always writes about scorned lovers and broken hearts. I don't know who he is actually, I'm really sorry. There is no questioning the quality of the companionship on this flower boat. These courtesans are as beautiful as they are graceful. But we can talk to them too if we want to. Excuse me? Do you know where I can find General Zhang? The General? I think I may have seen him on the upper deck earlier. Okay. Let's talk to the poet, though. Excuse me? Do you know where I can find General Zhang?
Why are you asking me? I don't know where he is.
Okay, let's have a look at her. There's no questioning. Yeah, okay, we had that already. You're gonna say the same thing, I guess? I haven't seen him. Try asking Madame Ling. I don't know who Madame Ling is. Who is that? He wears an insignia on his belt. It looks like he's the master of the Guild Goldsmiths. Oh, interesting. Let's talk to him. Excuse me. I'm looking for General Zhang.
Move along. Don't you see I'm in the middle of something?
Okay, that's not very polite, to be honest. Okay, but there's a waiter over... it's a wine waiter, actually. Let's have a look at him. A wine waiter. The young man seems rather depressed. Interesting. Why? Let's talk to him. Excuse me.
Oh, good evening, sir. Can I offer you a drink? This is the finest rice wine money can buy.
No wine for me. I'm only here to speak to General Zhang. Have you seen him?
I'm sorry, General who? I'm sorry, I don't know who that is.
You seem distracted. Is something wrong?
Well, sir, it's just that I had the worst spot of bad luck today. The absolute worst. This afternoon, as I was getting ready for work, I noticed that my uniform was missing. I turned my house upside down looking for it, but it was nowhere to be found. When I told Madame Ling, she said that she could find another one for me, but that I had to pay for the replacement. Do you have any idea how much one of these things costs? 1 month's salary, that's what! I suppose that's why I've been so distracted. I just can't stop thinking about that stupid uniform. And you know what's worse? This displacement is one size too small for me. It keeps riding up in the wrong places.
I'm sorry to hear that. Okay, I am sorry for that. But where to go then? Can we go upstairs? We can. Wait a second. Can we go upstairs on the other side too? No, we can't. There are no stairs here. Sorry, alright, I wasted some time. He's missing his uniform. That seems interesting. So what's up here? Can we check out anything here? There are 2 rooms that we can visit. There are more people here. Oh.
She refuses?
I'm sorry, General. Your buyout offer to Yuan Ki was more than generous, but the girl doesn't know what's good for her. Give me some time. I can convince her.
Convince her? I'm General Zhang Chao, commander of the Eastern Fleet. What manner of persuasion does she require?
You have to understand, Kiki came to me only 2 months ago. I accepted her into this house because of her singular beauty, but she carries a dark past. She's chosen a life of excess and luxury to bury that darkness. Why bother with such a damaged flower? If the general desires a concubine, I have many younger, more willing flowers that...
No, that will not do. It is precisely because of Kiki's maturity that I seek her company.
I understand. Leave it to me, General. I will speak to her again. So there he is. We can have a look at him if we want to. We can also... The legendary Zhang Chao. His storied battles as a naval officer are unmatched. He has many devoted supporters who would gladly follow his lead on or off the battlefield. Okay, but before we do that, can we walk past him? Yes, we can. We can just walk past him. We can't try to go to the dining room. I'm sorry, guys, that we are not going to talk to him right now, but I feel like we are better served by going into the different locations first. I feel like we have to talk to him very last thing. Okay, let's go to the wine room then. Now is not the time to snoop around. I need to speak to General. Okay, so we will have to talk to him first. I just wasted some time, huh? Also the dressing room. Okay, we will have to talk to him first. Alright, so let's talk to General... come on. Let's talk to him first then. General Zhang Chao?
Yes, who are you?
My name's Dear NGA. I am Her Majesty's newly appointed magistrate of Chang'an.
I see. Quite the resourceful inquisitor, aren't you? It seems you've managed to invite yourself to our little private meeting. Are you here to arrest me?
Only if I have cause to do so.
Well, I assume that such a gathering outside of an imperial wars must make the Empress anxious. But in your defense, you should know that we assemble only to raise questions, not to rebel.
You do not intend to overthrow her?
Ha 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 ha! I see if you've succumbed to the rumors that have been circulating about me. And yet, you ignore the murmurs surrounding our new Empress. By now, you've no doubt heard the stories about clandestine police forces and brutal retaliations. If Her Majesty intends to bend and break the rule of law to further her own agenda, her subjects will not stand for it, and neither will we.
Do you have proof of this alleged abuse of power, or this so-called secret police force, or are your allegations based on nothing more than rumor?
Tell me, young magistrate, did you come here to seek the truth, or to listen to fairy tales? You don't have to answer that. I can see there is a doubt in your eyes. You've come this far. Don't close your eyes now. Find the truth for yourself. As for me, let me set the record straight. My goal, and that of the other patriots gathered here, is simply to stand as a check against Her Majesty's absolute power.
And how did you intend to do that? By taking innocent lives and desecrating royal monuments?
Don't be foolish! We do not manufacture crises. We want accountability, not bloodshed. Certainly there are those who want Her Majesty ousted out.
Sorry guys, once again.
Certainly there are those who want Her Majesty ousted at any cost, but we have no dealings with those factions. If the Empress ever left the protective cocoon that is the royal palace, she will perhaps better understand the concerns of her loyal servants.
Yet a trail of blood and murder has led me directly to you, General Zhang. Just hours ago, the wife of Lam Haifeng, the very man you've harassed for months, was found murdered. How do you explain that?
Haifeng's wife murdered? I did not know. And you think I'm somehow involved in her death? Listen to me carefully, Magistrate D. I will not repeat myself on this matter. I would never... Ah! Did you hear that? I think it came from the dining room.
General, wait! You stay here, I will have a look. Okay, so we will have to go to the dining room then.
Hurry, that scream came from the dining room.
Yeah, I'm on it already. Oh my goodness, there's another murder. Another murder occurred. Are you kidding me? Stop there! Who are you? Pardon the intrusion. I'm an investigating magistrate. My name is Di Renjie. I don't understand. How did you get here so fast? I am on board the Paradise Cloud investigating a case. I was in the hallway just now when I heard a scream. That was me. I was so frightened. What happened? It's Yuan Kiki. I don't know exactly what happened. I was with her just for half an hour ago. She said she felt nauseous and needed some fresh air, so she came here to use the balcony. She wanted to be alone, so I made sure she wasn't disturbed, but when I came back to check on her, heavens, all that blood! Okay, that doesn't feel good. Oh my god. Okay, there's another Silk Rose. Okay, another one. The killer is speeding up, and on this ship with all these people, why take such a risk? I have to think, clear my mind of all distractions. Yes, I need to start by gaining control of the situation. This boat needs to be secured. Madame, we need to speak. I'm sorry, what did you say? Wait, didn't you say you were here to investigate another case? What exactly were you talking about? I can't give you any details, but suffice it to say that other women have been victimized in a similar way. And they led you here? You believe they are connected to Kiki's death? Perhaps, but enough conjecture. Tell me about yourself. Do you own this establishment? Yes, I've been running the Paradise Cloud since my days as the Queen Flower, but those days are long gone. Nowadays, I am known as Madame Ling. I've seen my fair share of cruelty and violence, but this is pure evil. How does one commit such a despicable act? Tell me about Yuan Kiki. How did you came to work here? Kiki was my newest girl, and although I don't make a habit of taking in 20-year-olds with no experience or references, I knew when I met her that she was special. She was as smart as a whip and possessed a rugged beauty. In less than 2 months, she had become one of my most popular girls. Even General Zhang couldn't resist her charms. She's been with you only 2 months? Do you know what she was doing before she came to you? Most of my girls have long histories of tragedy and disappointment, but I never made it a habit of pry. Kiki was no different. I gathered she came from difficult circumstances, but I could see strength in her. She was no wilting flower. What can you tell me about General Zhang? I've known Zhang Chao for many years, long before he became a general. He talks tough, but deep down he's just as needy as the rest of us. Heavens, I don't know how he will take this. He was fond of Yuan Kiki. You are quite well informed. Yes, he fell for her completely. It was unexpected, but I could see that it was genuine. I suppose it was just a matter of time until I offered to redeem her, but even I didn't think it would happen so fast. But Kiki's rejection was just as swift. Unlike many of the girls here, she never desired the life of a concubine. She was a free, untamable creature. Tell me about the banquet. General Zhang had been planning tonight's gathering for many months. A special banquet for his most powerful friends. Did you notice anything unusual about the proceedings? No, I don't recall any incidents. Wait, I don't know if this is one of the consequences. Sorry guys, I don't know what's going on. I'll start over. Wait, I don't know if this is of any consequence, but during our preparations earlier this evening, the wine waiter came to me complaining that he had lost his uniform. Luckily for him, we have spare outfits and storage, otherwise I would have demanded more than just a month's pay. Are all the guests accounted for? Yes, we checked the invitations carefully. Everyone on the guest list is on board. We asked all of them to stay in the reception hall until dinner is ready. You don't think one of the guests did this, do you? No, it's unlikely the high-profile individuals attending this party would expose themselves in such a way. Tell me about Paradise Cloud. How many people work here? The Paradise Cloud is the most exclusive flower boat in the city. It isn't uncommon for us to play host to banquets such as this. For tonight, the entire team is on hand. That's 3 courtesans, a service staff of 5, and a small boat crew that works below deck. Who has access to the upper floors? Only myself, the courtesans, and a single wine waiter. We're very strict about who gets to come upstairs. After all, it wouldn't be appropriate for the kitchen staff or the boat crew to mingle with the guests. Okay. Thank you, Madame Ling. Now I need you to do something for me. You must return to the reception hall, but you cannot let anyone know what happened. But won't people start to suspect something? Not if you play it right. All I need for you is to buy me some time and make sure no one leaves the ship. Can you do that? Yes, I think I can manage. Good. I also need you to ask your most senior staff member to go to the Justice Department and alert someone of what's happened here. Constables will be on their way, but until they arrive, I'm counting on you to keep things quiet. So that is a typo definitely. So that I can start collecting evidence undisturbed. Have everyone gather on the main deck. No one is to enter the second floor. Yes, I understand. But what about General Zhang? Tell him to come in, but say nothing else. I will take care of the rest. Madame Ling says Yuan Qi started working for less than 2 months ago. That's around the same time Lam Haifeng met Shi Wenyan. And Zhu Fei, she also returned to live with her father about 2 months ago. It can't just be coincidence. 3 women, seemingly unconnected, yet this thread links them together. Did they know each other? What were they doing before they came back? We got another clue. Establish the link between the victims. Their whereabouts were unknown until 2 months ago. There's General Zhang.
What's going on here? Why was Madame Ling so agitated? What happened? Is that... Kiki? No! Who did this? Why is she...
General, please, remain calm. Madame Ling just discovered her body. We don't know anything yet, but answers will come. For now, it is you I need answers from. Did you notice any suspicious activity tonight?
Besides your unannounced arrival, no, I saw and heard nothing suspicious.
Before we were interrupted, you were about to tell me something about Lam Haifeng. What was it?
I know who you work for, therefore I know what you think of me. But the Empress and her trusted commander have mistaken me for a common thug. I would never hurt Lam Haifeng or his family. His father and I fought side by side more times than I can count. He was a brother in ours, but also a dear friend. Did I try to coax him and his son to support my cause? Absolutely. Was I upset that Haifeng did not take up his father's mantle? Guilty as charged. But this business about me involved in his wife's death? It's absolute lunacy. If the Lam family means that much to you, then why intimidate Lam Haifeng? Did you not send someone to his house tonight? Yes, but only to convince him to reconsider his retirement and to join our ranks. He chooses to ignore it, but he has a destiny to fulfill. Tradition should not be forsaken. That stubborn young man should have followed in his father's footsteps, but instead he chose the embrace of an inconsequential woman. But despite my disdain for those choices, he is still my godson. I would never put his well-being at risk.
Lam Haifeng is your godson?
Yes, and despite his constant rejection of my guidance, I will always see him as the son I never had.
What was the nature of your relationship with Yuan Qi?
I still remember the first time Madame Ling introduced me to Kiki. Such raw beauty, intellect, and strength. She was a goddess amongst mortals.
That's why you asked to redeem her?
I suppose the news was bound to come out sooner or later. Yes, I had designs on buying her out and marrying her, but all that is but dust in the wind now. Promise me you will find her killer, dear NGA. You must be close if you followed his trail all the way here. You must find him.
Learned that General Zhang wished to redeem Yuan Qi and take her as a concubine. About Madame Ling. What do you know about Madame Ling and her staff?
Madame Ling and I have known each other for a very long time. She hosts the best banquets in the realm, and her courtesans, they are peerless. I believe these meetings to be secure. We checked everything, the staff, the guests, even the boat itself, but evidently I was a fool.
Do you know all the guests personally? Can you think of anyone with a motive to do this?
What would one of these powerful men have to gain by killing a lowly courtesan? In the contrary, they would have everything to lose. Besides, Kiki has only been working for Madame Ling as a couple of months. I doubt any of these guests have even met her.
Thank you, General. More constables will arrive on the scene shortly. In the meantime, all I ask is that you let me do my job.
For your own sake. I hope you know what you are doing, D.
There's another typo here. It should be for your own sake. But it says for your own sake. But I guess that's okay. Alright, so we will have a look around here for sure. Maybe there is even... there is also balcony. She was dragged here, it seems. Okay, let's have a look at the rose. Another rose, seemingly unremarkable, except this one is drenched in blood. We're gonna pick it up, of course. Can we... This one is drenched in blood, huh? Can we do this? No, I don't think that's a good idea. Maybe we were able to compare, I thought. Okay, nothing of interest here. Can't have a look at the... The screen is also very tasteful, by the way. Okay, let's have a look at her. At every turn, he has been one step ahead of me, but I sense that he wants me close behind. Alright, let's start with her head. There are ligature marks around her neck, but they are dispersed up and down her throat. Guys, sorry. Xi Wenyan and Xu Linfei both surrendered to the killer, but it appears Yuan Qi attempted to resist, and the force of her struggle created multiple abrasions. Once again, the killer has removed his victim's heart, but this time, he seems to have acted hastily. The wound shows signs of imprecision and tearing. What caused him to lose focus? In her right hand, she is still holding onto something. It's a hairpin. Its tip is stained with blood. Hairpin added to inventory. Nothing of note here. Unlike the other women, Yuan Qi chose to fight her for her life. Her hairpin may have also wounded her assailant, causing him to rush through the murderous ritual. But what makes Kiki different from the other two? Okay, let's have a look at the trail of blood. The trail of blood starts at the doorway of the balcony, but its shape and pattern is distinctly different from the pool of blood surrounding Yuan Qi. There's no doubt about it. Yuan Qi was able to stab her assailant with her hairpin while he was strangling her. Though it was not enough to stop him, it caused him to lose a considerable amount of blood. Okay, let's have a look at the hairpin. A bloody hairpin. What is outside here? Can have a look at Chang'an, huh? Great city of Chang'an by night. The Empress was right. It truly is a shining capital. Nothing else? Doesn't seem to be the case. Alright guys, I'm really sorry, but we have hit the end of the episode mark. if you want to know what this murder is all about, you'll have to tune in next time for Detective D, The Silk Rose Murders. See you then.